Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Jonathan back again with the Weekly Scuffle, and I'm here to talk about KSI versus Joe Fournier in Misfits 007 and what I think of this fight and who I think is going to win. And honestly, I think it's very clear cut and away. KSI is going to win this fight. I think that for a fact. A lot of people are comparing Joe Fournier to Tommy Fury, which I don't really believe that to be the case, considering Fournier kind of picked up the sport later in life. I believe he was already like 30 when he did his first pro fight, and of course, he's had the last like 5 or 6 years off of pro boxing until he came back, I believe, on the Jake Paul undercard, fought a Spanish rapper who had no business being in there. I think Joe Fournier had like 20 pounds on him. And then, of course, he did the exhibition against David Haye, which, a lot of people say David Haye kind of didn't go as easy on him after knocking him down in the first round. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I think Joe Fournier, being a little bit older, is kind of a tailor-made opponent for KSI, while also kind of possessing a similar style to Jake Paul. A lot of the same physical attributes. You could see a resemblance between Fournier and Jake, and I think that's perfect for KSI because KSI has said time and time again his end goal is to beat Jake Paul. So I think there's a perfect fight for that. And for KSI, I think it's a perfect fight for him to showcase his skills and new abilities, which I believe he does have. I think his new training, Shoe Fighters in London, I think that's very well for his development and for his boxing ability, which might not be the traditional style, but I think for him as a person and as a boxer to capitalize on his strengths, I think this is a great team for him to have, and I think it's going to be very well for his future. So I either predict a very early knockout or maybe a round 4 knockout, round 5 maybe. But I can see either of those two things happening. I really do not think it's going to go to the judges. So that being said, we'll see how all this plays out and see you next time. Peace.